Hello and welcome to another perfectly imperfect video of noticing what we noticed with my morning hair. Perfectly imperfect because the message is more important than the messenger. And why I want to share this with you because this was such a huge noticing for me yesterday that I didn't even believe in the possibility of this. So I want to share this with you and see if this resonates with you at all. So right now I'm going through this feels like it's been like almost 8 years of relationship back and forth, in and out. They say sometimes it takes 8 to 10 times to actually leave a relationship that is not in the best interest of us. 8 to 10 times. So if that's you, you're not alone either. That's me. I feel like this is the last time though. Yes, I'm still emotional in the midst of it, and that's okay because that's why this message was even more powerful for me. I was in one of my gatherings yesterday. It's two other women, and we were talking about this card, actually, this Artemis card, this guardian card. And what it said in the book was that, well, let me just grab it real quick because it was so huge that we ended up doing a little 4-minute, I call it a container writing on it to see what else came up about it. The message was the gentle essence of a joyful heart and light-hearted laughter sets your power into motion. Now, what I noticed when I read this was that just felt so distant. Light-hearted laughter, like right now with what I'm going through. So I also noticed that it piqued this ooh, I wonder what that might mean in my life, because it was such a beautiful statement. The gentle essence of a joyful heart and light-hearted laughter sets our power into motion. What does that mean? So we did a 4-minute container writing, and the other two women shared first, and both of them, well, one shared and then the other piggybacked on it, talked about this idea uh, of something they'd gone through. Also, actually, both of them, now that I think about it, related to relationships, that was somewhat extremely difficult, extremely, yeah, really, really hard. And yet they were both able to talk about how, in the midst of that, they were able to bring laughter, see parts of it that allowed them to laugh and shift some of the energy of it, some of the weight of it. Uh, it wasn't an or that, I'm either really sad in the midst of this. I mean, because that's a real part of it that I'm experiencing it, like grief and sadness. But yet there's this possibility that I could also find some laughter in that. It just, at first, I couldn't even fathom it until they continued to share about it. And we, they were actually able to tell stories that at first I'm like, I can't believe you could possibly laugh at that story. That didn't even enter into my awareness. And they were able to share a perspective that was beautiful and incredible and brought out laughter. It was amazing. I was so surprised. And when I realized from my writing, as I wrote about it, I started doing this writing later, oh my God, how in the fuck can I laugh about this current experience? It feels icky. It's sad. It's kind of scary. I mean, very scary. It's in multiple ways. It's so much grief. How can I, OMFG, how can I actually laugh about anything in the midst of this? How can it be an and for me? And what came to me was that I've shifted into this life perspective that m- my soul chose to come back to earth and to learn lessons related to love and uh, truth. That those are a couple of my soul lessons that I see these patterns playing out of not love and total hiding and dishonesty. Like I'm experiencing what appears to be the complete opposite of the lessons of life and truth. I mean, sorry, love and truth. So that's kind of like, okay, well, these people are coming here to help me recreate these experiences that look the opposite so I can actually learn these lessons about it. So if I take that perspective, what came to me was this really funny idea that, okay, this partner that it's been off and on, he has absolutely remained steadfast in his commitment to helping me learn these lessons of dishonesty, of lack of love, what appears to be all of that, so that I could learn those lessons. Like he is not giving up on his commitment to help me learn those lessons. Like that made me laugh. It really did. And I mean, at some level, it makes my soul appreciate his soul too. So, I mean, even though I don't really like the physical person, there's a part of me that, is it love or is it an appreciation of a soul connection? And I thought we were here to learn other lessons related to family and disconnection and, the patterns of dishonesty. But maybe that's not the pattern I'm supposed to learn with him. Apparently not, because I'm learning these other lessons. So anyway, I wanted to share that because that was so huge for me. I mean, I'm still emotional. I'm still grieving. It's okay. Like, I mean, I give myself compassion and understanding, and it makes so much sense. And at the same time, I was able to bring this snippet of laughter into this moment, and that I can continue to do that. Have it be an and, that it's not an or, that it's not a sad, in grieving or laughter, like that I can't laugh until all of this is resolved. That's what I was thinking and believing, and I didn't even realize it until these two women shared these incredible, beautiful stories. And I was able to open to the possibility that I didn't even realize I wasn't believing in. And that it is such a huge energy shifter to be able to laugh even a little bit in the midst of really difficult experiences. So I want to hold the possibility of an and. We're not negating the sadness or the grief or the reality of that experience. We're not negating that. We're not pretending like it's not there. It's an and. We can hold both. We can hold these different perspectives. And that can change everything. Okay. I'm curious what you think. I wish you well, giving you hugs if you're in the midst of something difficult too. And sharing the possibility of another and. Okay. I wish you all the best. Mwah. Have a wonderful rest of your day and honoring, celebrating you for taking this time to be curious about you and your experience and what other perspective might also be available at, at this moment that maybe we hadn't noticed before. Okay. Take care. Big hugs. Bye.